ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः। गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अपार करुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरेन्द्र गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। परित्यज्य मौनं वठाधस्थितिं च व्रजन् भारतस्य प्रदेशात् प्रदेशं मधुस्यन्ति वाचा जनान् धर्ममार्गे नयन् श्रीजयेन्द्रो गुरुर्भाति चित्ते। नमामः शङ्करान् वाक्य विजयेन्द्र सरस्वतीं श्रीगुरुं शिष्टमार्गानो नेतारं सन्मतिप्रदम्। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। We are seeing the meanings for Lalita Sahasranamam, and in the last class we were seeing about the avatarika or the Purva Pithika for Lalita Sahasranamam. That is, this part explains how did this Lalita Sahasranamam come about. What is the context in which the Lalita Sahasranamam was chanted? Who chanted this Lalita Sahasranamam? Like, all this information is provided in this Purva Pitika. Like in the case of Vishnu Sahasranamam, we have, right, Vaishampayana Uvacha Shrutva Dharmana Seshena Pavanani cha Sarvashaha. Like Vaishampayana asked Yudhishthira, hey Yudhishthira, please ask Bhishma about ko dharma sarva dharmanam bhavatah paramo mataha kinjapan muchyate jantuhu janma samsara bandhanat, etc., etc., etc. And then Yudhishthira asked Bhima the questions, Bhishma the questions, and Bhishma answered it. So that was the avatarika for Vishnu Sahasranamam. Like this, for Lalita Sahasranamam, it happens because of, it is revealed to us because of a conversation between Agastya, the Sishya, and Ashwanana or Hayagriva or Hayanana, the Guru. Agastya is asking Hayagriva certain questions, and Hayagriva has been answering all those questions. And Agastya says, Hayagriva has previously explained to Agastya about पूर्वं प्रातुर्भावो मातुः ततः पट्टाभिषेचनं बण्डासुरवधश्चैव विस्तरेण त्वचोदितः वर्णितं श्रीपुरं चापि महाविभवविस्तरं श्रीमत्पञ्चदशाक्षर्याः महिमा वर्णितस्तथा षोडान्यासादयो देव्याः न्यासकण्ठे समीरिताः अन्तर्यागक्रमश्चैव बहिर्यागक्रमस्तथा महायागक्रमश्चापि पूजाखण्डे समीरिताः पुरश्चरणकण्ठे तु जपलक्षणमीरितम्. Hey Hayagriva, previously you have told me about Matu's Praturbhava, Ambal's Praturbhava, Devanam Karya Siddhartham Avirbhavati Sayada. Because of Deva Karya Siddhi, Ambal has manifested, and you have explained it to me about Ambal's Pattabhisheka. You have explained to me Bhandasura Vada. You have explained to me the Varnana of Shripura. Srimad Panchadasakshari Mantra, you have told me. Shodhanyasa, you have told me. Antaryaga, Mahayaga, Bhahiryaga, all the things you have told me. Even in Homakanta, you have told me with what samit, what dravyam I should use to do Homa, to do Sri Vidya Homa. And Chakrajasya Vidyayaha Sri Devya Deshikan Manoho Rahasya Khante Tadatmyam Parasparamudiritham. Hey Hayagriva, you have told me about the indifference, about the non-difference between Ambal's Vidya, Chakrarajasya Vidyayaha, Sri Devya, between Ambal's mantra, one's own guru, and one's own self. You have told me in Rahasya Khanta that all of these are same. There is no difference between Ambal and Ambal's Bhakta. You have told me, and you have also told me Mantrini Dandini Devyoho Prokte Nama Sahasrake Natu Shri Lalita Devyaha Proktam Nama Sahasrakam. You have told me before about Mantrini, that is Matangi Devi, and Dandini, that is Varahi Devi's Sahasranama. You have told me these Sahasranamam as well. But one thing you have not told me, you have not told me about the Sahasranamam of Sri Lalita Parameshwari. That is the one thing that is missing. And Agastya is asking, Tatrame Samshayo Jato Hayagriva Dhayanidhe Kimva Tvaya Vismritam तज्ञात्वा वा समुपेक्षितं मम वा योग्यता नास्ति श्रोतुं नाम सहस्रकं किमर्थं भवता नोक्तं तत्र मे कारणं वद. Hey Hayagriva, maybe you forgot. You have told me all these things, right? Maybe you forgot to mention about Lalita Sahasranama. Maybe you know that it exists. Maybe I am not worthy of hearing it. That is why you are not telling it to me. Can you please tell me why this Lalita Sahasranamam is not revealed to me? Asks Agastya with Vinaya, because Vidya Vinaya Sampannaha. Along with Vidya, one should get to Vinayam, that is humility. We people will have Vidya Garvam. Hey, I know this, I know that. That goes against the very Vidya itself. Vidyaha Vinaya Sampanna. Vidya Dadhati Vinayam. With Vinaya, Agastya asks, and that made Hayagriva very, very happy. Iti prushto Hayagrivo Munina Kumbhajanmana Prahrushto Vachanam Praha Tapasam Kumbhasavamam. With so much happiness, Hayagriva was answering Agastya's question. What is he answering? Lopa Mudrapate Agastya Savadhana Manashnu Namnam Sahasram Yennoktam Karanam Tatvadamite. Hey Agastya, I'm going to tell you the reason why I have not revealed about Lalita Sahasranamam to you. Listen to that. Rahasyam yiti matvaham noktavam stechan anyatha punascha pruchhate bhaktya tasmatatte vadamyaham. Hey Agastya, I have not told you about Lalita Sahasranamam because it is also Rahasyam. It has got another name, Rahasya Sahasranamam. Later we are going to see in today's class. It is also another name for Lalita Sahasranamam is Rahasya Sahasranamam, because it has to be kept secret, because it is Rahasyam. Rahasyam iti matvaham. Na uktavaham ste cha na chanyata. It is for that reason I have not told Lalita Sahasranamam to you. But you have proved that you are a worthy Sishya. How? Punascha pruchhate bhaktya. You have asked me repeatedly about Lalita Sahasranamam. That shows that you really have interest in Lalita Sahasranamam. You don't want to learn Lalita Sahasranamam just because others are learning. You want to learn Lalita Sahasranamam because you have got interest. And you have also asked me with Vinaya, with that humility. That is why I am going to tell you. Bhruyat Chishyaya Bhaktaya Rahasyam Apideshikaha Bhavatana Pradadeyam स्याधभक्ताय कदाचन न शठाय न दुष्टाय न विश्वासाय कर्हिचित् न मातृभक्तयुक्ताय श्रीविद्याराजवेदिने ब्रूयाच शिष्याय भक्ताय. Because you are both my Sishya and a Bhakta. You have asked me with Vinayam, that is why you are Sishya, and you really have interest in learning Lalita Sahasranamam. That is why you are Bhakta. A guru should tell anything to his Sishya, to anything to his Bhakta, but do not reveal this Sahasranamam to people who have other intents. Upasakaya Shuddhaya Deyam Nama Sahasrakam Yani Nama Sahasrani Sadhya Siddhi Pradhanavai Tantreshu Lalita Devyas Teshu Mukhyam Idam Mune Shri Vidyaiva Mantranam Tatra Katiryatirpara. And then he is explaining about all the Praturbhavam of Lalita Sahasranamam. All those things we have seen in the last class. And now Hayagriva is explaining what is the origin for this Lalita Sahasranam. Who told this Lalita Sahasranam? Tatra hetum pravakshyami shrunutvam kumbhasambhava purashri Lalita Devi bhaktanam hitakamyaya vagdevir vashini mukhyaha समाक्षेदम् अब्रवीत् वाग्देवी वशिनी मुख्याः. At one point of time, Lalita Parameshwari called all the Vagdevis. She called all the Vagdevis and she says, Devyuvacha Vagdevata Vashinyadyaha Shrunudhvam Vachanam Mama. Hey Vashinyadi Vagdevis, listen to me carefully. Bhavatyo mat prasadena prollasad vak vibhutayaha मद्भक्तानां वाक् विभूति प्रदाने विनियोजिताः मच्चक्रस्य रहस्यज्ञा मम नाम परायणाः मम स्तोत्र विधानाय तस्मादाज्ञापयामि वः कुरुत्वम् अंगितं स्तोत्रं मम नाम सहस्रकैः येन भक्तैः स्तुताया मे सद्यः प्रीतिपरा भवेत्. Ambal herself says to Vagdevi, hey Vagdevi, mat prasadena, because of my prasada, because of my arul, you are going to make a Lalita Sahasranamam. Why you? Because you know mat chakrasya rahasya mama nama parayanaha. You know all the secrets about Sri Vidya. You know all the secrets about Sri Chakram. And mama nama parayanaha. You always chant my name. You always chant my mantra. That is why you know everything about my mantra. You know everything about my Sri Chakram. Encompassing all of those things, you are going to make a Sahasranamam for me. And by that Sahasranamam, what is going to happen? Yena bhaktaihi stutayame sadyah priti para bhavet kurudhvam angitam stotram mama nama sahasrakaihi. With all this knowledge, you make my Sahasranamam. Yena bhaktaihi, whoever chants this Lalita Sahasranamam, sadyah priti para bhavet. I am going to be very pleased immediately, says Ambal, says Lalita Ambika to Vashinyadi Vagdevata, and Vashinyadi Vagdevata, they went and they started making this Lalita Sahasranamam. Hayagriva Uvacha, we have to see today from Shloka number 32. Hayagriva Uvacha, Ityajñapta Stato Devyaha, Sridevya Lalitambaya, Rahasyair, Namabhir Divyaihi, Chakrustotramanuttamam. With this with this agnya from Lalita Ambal, these Vashinyadi Vagdevatas, they went and they composed a Divya Sahasranamam for Lalita Ambika. Rahasyam Nama Sahasram iti tat Vishrutam Param. What is the name of this Lalita Sahasranama? The name of this Lalita Sahasranama that Vagdevis gave was Rahasyam Nama Sahasram. This Lalita Sahasranama name itself is called as Rahasya Nama Sahasram. Just like how Mahabharata was called as Jaya. Vyasa, when he composed Mahabharata, the name he gave to Mahabharata was Jaya. Tato Jaya Mudirayet. In the same way, the name that Ambika, the name that Vagdevis gave for this Lalita Sahasranamam is called as Rahasya Nama Sahasram. Tatak kadachit sadasi stitva simhasanembika swaseva vasaram pradat sarvesham kumbhasambhava sevartham agatastatra Pratyani-statra kotayah Lakshmi Narayananancha kotayah samupagataha Gauri Koti Sametanam Rudranam api kotayah. So they composed this Lalita Sahasranamam, and then after some time, Ambal was sitting in her Simhasanam in her court. Ambal has got a big court, and Ambal is sitting in that Simhasanam, and who are all present surrounding Ambal? Sevartham Agatastatre Swadhyani-straya kotayah Lakshmi Narayananancha kotayah samupagataha Gauri Koti Sametanam Rudranam api kotayah. There is Koti Mahalakshmi is present, Koti Narayana is present, Koti Gauri is present, Koti Rudras are present. Koti means Anantam. Here we cannot take Koti as 1 crore. Rudranam api kotayah. It is in plural. crores and crores of Lakshmis are standing there. Crores and crores of Narayanas are standing there. Crores and crores of Rudras are standing there. Crores and crores of Gauri are standing there. No, we think of only one Narayana. We think there is only one Lakshmi. We think there is only one Rudra. We think there is only one Gauri. But like that, there has been several yugas and several pralayas, and all those Lakshmi, all those Narayana for each pralaya is present there. So Kotaya, everybody is standing there. In Saundarya Lahari, Adi Shankaracharya explains what is happening in Ambal's court. He says, Kiritam Vairincham Pariharapuraha Kaidapipataha Katore Kotire Skalasi Jahi Jambari Makutam Pranamre Shveteshu Prasabamupayatasya Bhavanam Pavasyabhyuktane Tava Parijanoktir Vijayate. He says, when Ambal is standing, Ambal is sitting on her court, and at that time, Kameshwara, Parameshwara is coming into the royal court, and Ambal, out of respect, because she is the Pativrata, right? She has to respect her husband. So she stands when her husband was entering, and all the Devis that are surrounding Ambal, they say, "Hey Ambal, be very, very careful. The Makutam, the Kritam of Brahma is right next to your leg. The Kritam of Vishnu is right next to your leg. It is like, in our floor, when there are babies, in the floor, there is going to be a lot of toys. And when you want to go from one place to another, intendedly or unintendedly, you will just knock off some of the toys, right? In the same way, in Ambal's court, everybody is standing in front of Ambal with their heads, with their heads bowed like that. There are so many kiritams are there. When Ambal is standing as a mark of respect to Parameshwara, probably, all the Devis, all her Ambal servants, they thought that Ambal is going to, yadarified, all the kiritams. That's why they say, Kiritam Vaidancham Pariharapuraha Kaidapipataha Katore Kotire Kalasi Jahi Jambari Makutam. They say all these things to Ambal. In the same way, even in Abhirami Andadi, Abhirama Pattar says, Vandipavar Unnai, Vanavar, Danavar, Anavarhal, Sindipavar, Nal, Disaimuhar, Naranar, Sindanayul. Hey Ambal, do you know who are all the people that are present in your court? Vanavar, Danavar, Anavarhal. All the Danavas, all the Daityas, all the Devas, everybody is present in your court. Sindipavar, Nal, Disaimuhar, Naranar, Sindayulle. All Narayana and Brahma, they all do meditation upon you, Ambal, says Abhirama Pattar and Abhirami Andadi. We can imagine one such court, and in that court, Ambal is present in the middle. And Hayagriva says, Mantrani Dandini Mukhyaha Sevarthaya Samagataha Shaktayo Vividhakaraha Tasam Sankhyan Vidyate Divyauga Manavaughaschа Siddhaughascha Samagataha Tatra Shri Lalita Devi Sarvesham Darshanam Dadau. In that court, Mantrini Devi is present, Matangi Devi is present, Dandini Devi, Varahi Devi is present. And in order to serve Ambal, countless Sankhya na vidyate. Countless servants are present in Ambal's court. Chatushashti Pacharadya, Chatushashti, the Maha Chatushashti Koti, Yogini Ganasevita, Maha Chatushashti Koti, Yogini Ganasevita. You have 64 crores of servants, says Lalita Sahasranamam. Like that, countless servants are there. And also in the court are present Divyauga, Manavaughascha, Siddhaughascha Samagataha. Ogha means it is a number term like crore, lakhs, hundreds, thousands, we say, right? In the same way, Ogha means it is huge number, probably, bigger than Google Plex, etc. Very big number. In that numbers, Devas are present. Divyauga means Deva. Manavauga, Manushyas are there. Siddhauga, all the Siddhas are there. All of them are present. Tatra Shri Lalita Devi sarveshan darshanam tadau. In that, in that court, in that royal court, Ambal is giving darshanam to everybody. And at that time, teshu drishtvopa teshu drishtvopavishteshu स्वे स्वे स्थाने यथा यथाक्रमं तत्र श्री ललिता देवी कटाक्षोक्षेप चोदिताः. Ambal is present, everybody is present at their position. There is no chaos at all. Even though many people are present, it is absolute silent, very, very disciplined court. At that time, tataha Shri Lalita Devi Kataksha Katakshokshepa Choditaha. At that time, Lalita Ambal just saw all the Vagdevis, and Vagdevis understood what is the intent of Lalita Parameshwari. That is how servants should be. The master should not even speak a word. Master should just look at the servant, and the servant should know what is the intent of master's, that sight. Like that, all these Vashinis, Vagdevi, all the Vagdevis, they understood that, hey, Ambal now wants us to chant Lalita Sahasranamam in front of her. Uttaya Vashini Mukhya Bhaddanjali Sputastatha Astvannama Sahasraihi Swakrityairlam Lalita Swakrityair Lalitambika Shrutva Stavam Prasanno Bhut Lalita Parameshwari Te Sarve Vismayam Jagbuhu Ye Tatra Sadasi Sthitaha. At that time, all the Vagdevis, they started chanting Lalita Sahasranamam. See, this is the first time Lalita Sahasranamam is being chanted. Do you know, of all the Sahasranamams, two Sahasranamams are very, very famous. Vishnu Sahasranamam is very famous. Lalita Sahasranamam is very famous. Do we know why? It is because when these two Sahasranamams were chanted for the first time, the Upasya Devatas were present at that time. When Bhishma was telling Lalita Sahasranamam to Yudhishthira, Krishna was standing right next to Bhishma. Krishna was there in the Yuddha Kalam. Krishna was standing right next to Bhishma when Bhishma chanted Vishnu Sahasranama for the first time. In the same way, when Vagdevis were chanting Lalita Sahasranamam was for the first time, Lalitambika was present in that court. So it is for this reason Lalita Sahasranamam and Vishnu Sahasranamam was very, very famous. In the same way, there is one more Grantha where the Upasya Devata was present when the Grantha was chanted was the first time, for the first time. That Grantha is Ramayana. When Lava and Kusha, they chanted Ramayana right in front of Rama. It is for these reasons, these Granthas, Ramayana, Lalita Sahasranamam, Vishnu Sahasranamam, are very famous because the Upasya Devata were present at that time. He says, Tatah Provacha Lalita Sadasyan Devata Ganan Mamajnaiva Vagdevyaha Chakrustotramanuttamam Angitam Namabhirdivyehi Mama Priti Vidhayakaihi Tatpatatvam Sadayuyam Stotram Matpritrivirdhaye. Ambal says, Tatah Provacha Lalita Sadasyan Devata Ganane. Ambal says to all the people that are present in that sadas, that are present in the royal court, Mamajnaiva Vagdevyaha Chakrustotramanuttamam. It is because of my Agnya. Mama Agnyaiva. It is because of my Agnya. These Vagdevis have composed this Lalita Sahasranamam, not out of their own interest, not out of their own Vidya, not out of their own Shakti. I am present behind them. Whatever they chant, I am using them as a nimitta matrena. Like just like Krishna says to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, Yantra Rudhani Mayaya Nimitta Matrena. Hey Arjuna, you are only a nimitta for me in order to protect dharma. In the same way, Ambal used Vagdevis just as a nimitta. That is why she says Namajnaiva. Why? Because Durvasa says Durvasa in his Shakti Mahimna Stotram, he says, Mataste Mahima Vaktum Shivena Pina Shakyate. Shakyate. Hey Ambal, who can chant your Mahimas? Even Parameshwara cannot chant your Mahima. Bhaktyaham Strotumichami Prasida Mama Sarvada. I am attempting to chant your Mahima because of my bhakti. In the same way, here Ambal is present behind the Vagdevis, and Ambal is what? Who causes Vagdevi to chant Lalita Sahasranamam. And Ambal says, Ankitam Namapir Divyaihi Mama Priti Vidhayakaihi. This Lalita Sahasranamam has my name as a mudra. Mudra is very, very important. What is mudra? When we say Tyagaraja Pat, when we say Tyagaraja Kirtana, Tyagaraja has got a mudra. Tyagaraja will have his name in his every song. Tyagaraja Nuta, something like that. Tyagaraja will have name. Guru Guha is the mudra for Dikshita. And some other people will have a raga name in the song as well. So everybody has got a mudra, right? What is the mudra for Lalita Sahasranamam? The final name of Lalita Sahasranamam. Shivashakteka Rupini Lalitambika. Lalitambika is the mudra. It is like that royal seal. The last name, the 1000th name in Lalita Sahasranamam is Lalitambika. Only in that place the name Lalita comes. Lalitambika, that name is a seal for Lalita Sahasranamam. Also, we can say, who is Srimata? Srimataye Lalitambikaye Namaha. Srimatre Lalitambikaye Namaha. Sri Maharajne Lalitambikaye Namaha. Srimat Simhasaneshwarye Lalitambikaye Namaha. Who is Srimata? Lalitambika is Srimata. Who is Maharajni? Lalitambika is Maharajni. Who is Simhasaneshwari? Lalitambika is Simhasaneshwari. Who is Tidagni Kunda Sambhuta? Lalitambika is Tidagni Kunda Sambhuta. So for all these namas, you can add Lalitambika to all the nama, it would still make grammatically sense. That is why Ambal, she says here, Ankitam nama bhirdivyahi, mama priti vidhayakaihi. Like that, there are so many, Ascharya features that are present in this Lalita Sahasranamam. And Ambal says, Mama Priti Vidhayakaihi. It is going to give me a lot of Priti, she says to everybody who are present in that core. She also says, Tat Patatvam Sadayuyam Stotam Mat Priti Vridhaye Pravartayadvam Bhakteshu Mamanama Sahasrakam Idam Nama Sahasram Me Yo Bhakta Patate Sakrit Same Priyatamo Gneyaha Tasmai Kaman Dadamyaham Shri Chakre Mam Sadapyachya. She says, because of all these reasons, you guys also chant this Lalita Sahasranamam. Not only you chant this Lalita Sahasranamam, you also make others chant Lalita Sahasranamam as well. She says, Same Priyatamo Gneyaha Gneyas Tasmai Same Priyatamo Gneyaha Tasmai Kaman Dadamyaham. And whoever chants this Lalita Sahasranamam, what do I do? Tasmai Kamana Tadamyaham. All of their icha, all of their needs, I will give them. And she also says how to chant this Lalita Sahasranamam. Shri Chakre Mam Sadabhyarcha Jatva Panchadasaksharim. So she says, Shri Chakre Mam Sada Abhyarcha. People have to do Archana for Shri Chakram. Shri Chakre Mam Sadapyarcha Japtva Panchadasaksharim. After doing Shri Chakra Puja, people have to chant a mantra called as Panchadasakshari mantra, a 15-lettered mantra. This we have also seen before. Agastya Ayagriva was telling about this. Here Ambal herself, it says, Paschan Nama Sahasram, Paschan Nama Sahasram Mam Kirtayen Mamatushtaye. She says, after doing Shri Chakra Archana, after chanting Panchadasakshari mantra, and then do Lalita Sahasrama Parayanam. Why Shri Chakra? Here Abhirama Pattar says, Velinindra Unterumeniyai Parthan Vizhiyum Nenjum Kalininra Vellam Karai Kandadillai Karithinulle Thelininra Jnanam Tigalhindra Denna Tiruvulamo Ulininra Konangal Vanbadum Mevi Uraibavale. Shri Chakram has got 9 triangles. We will be seeing a lot about Sri Chakram in Lalita Sahasranamam, but know that Ambal's Yantram is called as Sri Chakram, and Ambal is always present in that Sri Chakram. So do Sri Chakra Puja, chant Panchadasakshari mantra, and then do my Lalita Sahasranamam chanting. Now the question comes, what about people who don't know all these things? She says, Mam Archayatu Vama, Va Vidyam Japatu Vanava. Even if you don't have Sri Chakra to do Archana for, even if you don't know the Panchadasakshari mantra, Kirtayen Nama Sahasram, Idam Matpritaye Sada. You do Lalita Sahasranama Parayanam. It does not matter whether you do Sri Chakra Archana, whether you do Panchadasakshari Japa. It does not matter. Just keep on chanting Lalita Sahasranamam. That is fine. Matpritya Sakalan Kama Labhate Natra Samshayaha. I will get pleased because of because of me getting pleased. Sakalang kamam labhate. All of your needs will be satisfied. Natra samshayaha. There is no doubt in that, says Lalita Parameshwari. Tasman nama sahasram me kirtayadhvam sadadarat. Shri Hayagriva Vacha iti Shri Laliteshani Shasti Devan Sahanugan Tatagnyaya तदारभ्य ब्रह्म विष्णु महेश्वराः शक्तयो मंत्रिणी मुख्या इदं नाम सहस्रकं पठन्ति भक्तया सततं ललिता परितुष्टये तस्माद् अवश्यं भक्तेन कीर्तनीयम् इदं मुने आवश्यकत्वे हेतुस्ते मया प्रोक्तो मुनीश्वर इदानीं नाम सहस्रं वक्ष्यामि श्रद्धया शृणु. Because Lalita Parameshwari told all these things, Tatagnya, Tadarabhya, Brahma Vishnu Maheshwaraha, all Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, all the people have started chanting Lalita Sahasranamam. Shaktayaha, Mantrini Mukhyaha, Shaktayaha, all the Shaktis, Chatushashti, Mahachatushashti, Koti Yogini Ganasevita. He says, right, all the 64 crores of Shakti yoginis, they also have started chanting Lalita Sahasranamam, Patanti Bhaktya Satatam Lalita Paritushtaye. And because of all these things, Lalita Paritushtaye, Ambal became so happy. And that is why, He Agastya, says Hayagriva, आवश्यकत्वे हेतुस्ते मया प्रोक्तो मुनीश्वर इदानीं नाम साहस्रं वक्ष्यामि श्रद्धया शृणु. Says says Hayagriva, hey Agastya, it is because of this reason I am going to say that Lalita Sahasranamam to you. This is not an ordinary Sahasranama. This is not an ordinary piece of work. Ambal herself asked the Vashinyadi Vag Devatas to chant Lalita Sahasranama, and Ambal's mudra is present in Lalita Sahasranama. So this has got so much value. Because of this, Vakshyami Shraddhaya Shrunu. Hey Agastya, listen with Shraddha, listen carefully about this Lalita Sahasranama, says Hayagriva. Iti Shri Lalita Sahasranamna Yuddhotapta Prakaranam Samabdam. What is the, Uddhota? What is the, how did Lalita Sahasranama come about? With this, that is over. Now we are going to see Lalita Sahasranamam proper. So whatever Sahasranamam, whatever mantra we chant, we have to do dhyanam of that Upasya Devata into our heart. Whenever, see, even Panchakshara Japa, whoever has taken mantra Japa, they will know before chanting Japa, they will not just keep on chanting the mantra. Before that, there is a thing called as dhyanam. Even before Vishnu Sahasranamam, we say dhyanam. क्षीरोदन्वत् प्रदेशे शुचिमणि विलसत् सैकते मौक्तिकानां माला क्लुप्ता सनस्तस्फटिकमणिर्भैर्मौक्तिकैर्मण्डिताङ्गः etc etc etc. We do dhyanam of that swarupam into our heart, right? In the same way, before chanting Lalita Sahasranamam as well, we need to do dhyanam of Ambal into our heart. how to do the dhyanam. Vagdevis themselves have composed this stotra. Sinduraruna Vigraham, Trinayanam, Manikyamaulispurat, Taranayaka Shekaram, Smitamukhim, Apina Vakshoruham, Panibhyam, Alipurna Ratna Chashakam, Raktotphalam Vibratim, Saumyam, Ratna Ghatastha Rakta Charanam, Dhyayet Paramambikam. You have to do Dhyayet Paramambikam. You have to do Dhyanam of Ambal as such. How? Sinduraruna Vigraham. Sinduram means kunkumam. How reddish that kunkumam is. Ambal's Vigraha, Ambal's Akriti is that much red in color. Sindura is kunkumam. What is Aruna? Aruna means the rising sun. Whenever we see the sunrise, the whole sky will be illuminated, nice reddish orange color, right? That is the color of Arunodayam. Ambal should always be meditated upon with that reddish hue. Sinduraruna Vigraham. And Trinayanam. Ambal also has got three eyes. Normally we say Trinayana, Traksha, all these things only for Parameshwara. But there is no Bheda, there is absolutely no Bheda between Shiva and Shakti. That is why there is a Nama itself in Lalita Sahasranamam that says Shiva Shakti Swarupini. Shiva and Shakti, there is absolutely no Bheda. We will be seeing that, what are the different Abhedas, Nama Bheda, Rupa Bheda, Vastu Abheda, all those things we will see later. But Trinayana, Ambal has got three eyes, Surya, Chandra, Agni. Ambal has got Surya, Chandra, Agni as her eyes. Sindurarana Vigraham, Trinayanam, Manikya Maulispurat. Ambal is wearing a beautiful Krida, and on that Manikya, the stone Manikam is present, emerald, Manikya Maulispurat. Not only that, Taranayaka Shekaram, she also has got crescent moon on her head. Tara means nakshatra. Tara Nayaka, Nayaka of nakshatra is moon. Shekaram on her Jatamuti. Tara Nayaka Shekaram, Smitamukhim. Ambal is ever smiling. Whenever we do upasana of any devata, it is absolutely essential that all the devatas in our house has got this Smita-mukhi. We should not worship, the Krodha devata or crying devatas in our house. Even if we have a picture in which there is a crying person, it creates a negative energy. It creates a negative vibes around that house, right? So Ambal has to be worshipped as Saumya-mukhi, Tara Nayaka Shekaram, Smita-mukhim, Apina Vakshoruham. Ambal has got Vakshasthala, and Ambal's Pina is also there. Apina Vakshoruham, Panibhyam, Alipurna Ratna Chashakam. Ambal is having on her one hand Alipurna Ratna Chashakam, a vessel. Chashakam means a cup that is made up of Ratna. And what is filled in that cup? Ali. Ali means madhu, honey. So there are a lot of difference between an intended meaning of the word and the word that is currently being used. Madhu means honey. How do we know? The honey bee, the teni, is called as madhukaraha. The one which makes the honey is called as madhukaraha teni. So people will misinterpret these in however way they want, but the intended meaning is Ali means madhu, honey. She is having honey on her hand. In the same way, in Tamil we say pramadam, right? What do we say in Tamil as pramadam? When somebody sings a beautiful song, very beautifully, we say, oh, romba pramadama paadinale, we say. But do we know the actual meaning of the word pramadam? The actual meaning of the word pramadam is carelessness, indifference. That is how this word is being used in Vishnu, in Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says pramadam, alasyam, etc., 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 as asuric sampat. There, Pramada, that is the original meaning of the word pramada, carelessness. But over time, the meaning of the word changes, and we use pramada as very beautiful, etc., etc., etc. So Ambar is having a chashaka, a vessel that is filled with madhu, that is filled with honey. Why honey? It is because there is a part in Chandogya Upanishad called as Madhu Vidya. Vidya means teaching. Madhu Vidya, in there, everything is equated to honey. Even Brahman is equated to honey. Surya, the sun, Surya to be meditated upon as a honey, that honey bee, the house of honey bee, and inside Suryan, honey is present. That is Brahman is present. That is how this meditation happens. So Brahman is called as Madhu, and Ambal has got honey on her hand. Why? Not for herself to drink, but in order for her to give to all of us. If I have a glass of a tumbler of water in my hand, I have to give it to others, right? That is why I have it. Otherwise I will drink it, I will keep the tumbler somewhere, and I will be walking with, I will not be having tumbler in my hand. But Ambal is having that chashaka filled with honey in her hand. Honey is the representative of Brahma Vastu, because Ambal gives that Madhu Vidya to everybody. Ambal gives the Atma Jnana to everybody. Ambal is called as Jnana Prasunambika. Gurumurte Twam Namami Kamakshi, says Mukha Shankaracharya. So Ambal, as a guru, she reveals the Atma Jnana, that is Madhu Vidya, to everybody. That is why in that shloka, Ambal is called as Panibhyam Alipurna Ratna Chashakam. On her one hand, on the other hand, Raktotphalam Bibrati, she's having a red color fruit, probably a pomegranate fruit in her hand, that represents fertility. Raktotphalam Bibrati Saumyam Ratna Gatastha Rakta Charanam Dhyayet Paramambikam. Ambal is Saumya, she is smiling. Ratna Ghatastha Rakta Charanam, Ambal is having her feet in a Ratna Ghata. Ghata means pot, a pot that is filled with, invaluable ratnas, and Ambal is placing her leg on top of those ratnas. And Ambal's leg has not got value because of the ratnas, but ratnas has got values because Ambal has placed her legs on that pot full of ratna. That is why that is why all the gemstones are invaluable here, because they all have got Ambal's Pada Sampandam, Ratna Gadastha Rakta Charanam, Dhyayet Paramambikam. Worship that Ambal in that way before chanting Lalita Sahasranamam, says Vagdevi. That is the first Dhyana Shloka. The second Dhyana Shloka is Arunam Karuna Tarangitakshim Dhrita Pashankusha Pushpabana Chapam Animadibhiravrutam Mayukhaihi Aham Gityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. Arunam, again, bright red in color. Ambal's Akriti is so red in color. That is what Abhirama Pattar says in Abhirami Andadi. The first song itself is what? It says Ambal is so red in color. Arunam Karuna Tarangitakshi. Ambal's Akshi, Ambal's eyes is like that ocean that is filled with Karuna. Ocean normally has got water, that too upputani, that too salt water, that cannot be used for drinking, right? But Ambal's eyes are like that ocean filled with Karuna, Karuna Tarangitakshim, and Ambal has got four hands. Dhrita, Pashankusha, Pushpabana Chapam. She is having Pasha on her one hand, Ankusha or on her another hand, five arrows that are made of flowers on her one hand, and one bow on her another hand. What are the significance of these four items? We will know. Chaturbahu Samanvita, Ragaswarupa Pashadhya, Krodhakara Ankushojjvala, Manorupekshu Kodanda, Panchatanmatra Sayaka. In explaining that Nama, we will see the meanings of all the four Ayudams. Arunam, Karunatarangitakshim, Dhrutapashankusha Pushpabana Chapam, Animadhibhiravrutam Mayukaihi, Aham Yityeva Vibhavaye Bhavane. Ambal is being worshipped by all the devatas, starting from Anima Siddhi. Anima Siddhe, Lagima Siddhe, Garima Siddhe, Ishitva Siddhe, Pashitva Siddhe. These are all called as Ashtama Siddhi. Right? Ambal is worshipped by all the Ashtama Siddhis. And the next word is the crux of Sri Vidya. The next word is the essence of all the Upanishads. How to worship that Ambal? Aham Yityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. Don't worship that Ambal as an entity, as a separate entity that is present somewhere else. But worship Ambal in your own heart as your own self. That has to be the goal of any upasana. Any upasana in its end should remove the bheda, should remove the difference between the upasaka and the upasya. Upasaka, I am an upasaka. I do puja. I do the upasana. That is why I am called as upasaka. And upasya is the object of upasana. Ambal is the object of Sri Vidya Upasana. Ambal is called as Upasya. And if I worship Parameshwara, then Shiva is an Upasya Devata. And any Upasana is called as a Purna Upasana. Any Upasana is said to be complete if and only if at the end it removes the difference between the worshipper and the worshipped deity. That is a very, very important feature of Sanatana Dharma. In all the other Dharma, God will always be God. You are always a human being. You cannot even think of becoming God. But in Sanatana Dharma, especially in Vedanta, Sri Vidya, all these upasanas, the end goal of a human being is to reach that Bhagavat Swarupam. I am right now a small entity. I consider myself as Apurna, and Bhagavan is sitting somewhere else. He is Purna. I am Apurna. I am Baddha. I have been, I am a bond, I am under so much bondage, but Bhagavan is Mukta. He does not have any bondage. That has to be our initial thinking. If you want to go to the first floor, you always have to take up, the first step, right? So that is the first step in the staircase. But at the end of the first floor, we say, I reach Bhagavan herself. There is a beautiful set of statements in Vaikhanasa Agama. Vaikhanasa as a Vaishnava Agama, it says how to approach Swami. Beautiful three statements, three levels of approaching. First level is Tasyaivaham. Bhagavan is sitting somewhere else. I am sitting somewhere else. I don't even know Bhagavan. I refer to Bhagavan as he or she or it in third person. Tasyaivaham. I am his servant. I have not seen Bhagavan, but I know that I am his servant. This is like a gardener in a house. In a house, gardener will be there, but he will be only in the garden. He cannot enter into the house. He will not be with the master always, right? So Tasyaivaham says Bhakta. And the next stage of Upasana, the same Tasyaivaham becomes Tvayaivaham. Now the Bhakta will start to address Bhagavan in second person. In the first case, Bhakta will address Bhagavan in the third person. He, she, or it. I am his. I am her. I am his servant. I am her servant. That is what the Bhakta will say. But in the next step, Bhakta will say, I am your servant. Now, Bhagavan is not somewhere else. Bhagavan is right in front of me. So you grow a familiarity with Bhagavan. I am right in front of the Bhagavan. So that is like a driver or PA to the master. Gardener will only be in the garden, but PA will always be with the master, always. Right? Gardener will say, my master is somewhere. But for the PA, master, he will address master as you. Okay, you are here, you have this, you have that, right? So from third person, it becomes second person. Tasyaivaham to Twayaivaham. And even after that, from Twayaivaham, we have to go to Twamevaham. I am nothing but Bhagavan. So previously, I am Bhagavan. Bhagavan is present somewhere else. I am Bhagavan's servant, and that has to mature into I am your servant, and that has to mature into I become you. There is no difference between you and me. My Swarupam is your Swarupam. Deho Devalaya Proktaha, Jivo Deva Sanatanaha, Tyajet Ajnana Nirmalyam, Soham Bhavena Pujayet, says the shloka. We all chant the shloka before puja. What does the shloka says? Deho Devalaya Proktaha, Jivaha Deva Sanatanaha, Tyajet Ajnana Nirmalyam, Soham Sa Aham Soham Bhavayet iti pujayet. We have to do puja as with that Soham Bhavam. I am Bhagavan. There is no difference between me and Ambar. That has to be the end goal of Lalita Sahasranama. So in the first shloka, the beginner level has been addressed. In beginner level, Ambal is present somewhere else. Ambal has got this Swarupam. Ambal is giving me this. Ambal is giving me that. But in the second shloka, Arunam Karuna Tarangitakshim Dritapashankushapavana Chapam Animadi Biravratam Mayukaihi Aham Yityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. Just like a wave, when wave is present in the ocean, wave does not have any individuality. But when the wave is present, it seems to have a name and a form. The form of the wave is different from that of an ocean. We don't call wave an ocean. So it has got a different name, it has got a different form. But once the wave is mature, it goes, it dissolves into the ocean. Once the wave is dissolved into the ocean, there is absolute abhinna, there is absolute non-difference between the ocean and the wave. We are like that wave. Ambal is like that ocean. We think we have a name, we think we have a form, but all these upasanas, the end goal of upasana, the end goal of all these upasanas should take us from wave nature into ocean nature. I have to dissolve myself completely in the ocean of Ambar. That has to be the end goal of any upasana, and that is the end goal of Sri Vidya Upasana as well. That is going to be the end goal. That is going to be the take home message of Lalita Sahasranamam as well. Once we see all the namas, it is going to be very, very clear. With this, we will finish today's class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. I want to make an announcement. Our Periyava Vijayendra Saraswati Swamigal has blessed us to start Adi Shankaracharya Puja on every Shukla Panchami day. Adi Shankaracharya is born on a Shukla Panchami day. Shukla means Valarpirai. Panchami, the fifth day. Waning moon, fifth day. Shukla Panchami day. Because Adi Shankaracharya, Mahaperiyava says, whatever we have as Sanatana Dharma, all credits go to Adi Shankaracharya. Mahaperiyava says, Shankara Jayanti has to be celebrated at any cost all the time, in so widely manner. We celebrated Shankara Jayanti, last month, and at last month, Bala Periyava came. Vijayendra Saraswati Swamigal Peethadipati of Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham. He came, he blessed us with Anugraha Bhashana. We will share that Anugraha Bhashana with you. If you go into the chat box, you can see there is a website where we have, there is a website we put on for Adi Shankaracharya Shukla Panchami Puja. The goal is that, it takes only 15 minutes. You don't need anything. just Neermore Panagam, do Nevedyam of Neermore Panagam, says Peryava, and then chant, do Adi Shankaracharya Archana. If we have time, do 108 Archana, or there are 24 Namavalis, we can do Archana with those 24 Namavalis, do the Archana, and then chant one small shloka written by Adi Shankaracharya. For this month, we have chosen Ganesha Pancharatnam. So if you will have all the resources onto that website, just go to that website. It is being uploaded, so it is going to take some time. So we will have, when is going to be Shukla Panchami for India, for the US, all those information are going to be there. So please, show our Kritagnya to Adi Acharya. With this, we will finish today's class. If you have any questions, you can ask. If not, we will see next week. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.